Hey guys, welcome back to another video in my channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you my Forza Horizon 4 favorites car garage, catalog, whatever. Before we get started, please check the description of this video. I have linked my Discord, you guys can join that. And yeah, let's get started. So this is my favorites tab. I have a bunch of cars, but these are my favorites that I liked. So I'm going to start and just go. I'm going to talk about them and what they are and how I use them. So number one, we have this futuristic. It's from Halo. It's a futuristic off-roader. I kind of like it. I just think it's too chunky. But overall, I think it's a nice car. Or tank or whatever. And this is my Aston Martin Vulcan. It's a race car. It's actually really good. It handles really well, as you can see. Handling 10 out of 10. And now I have my Audis. I like these. These are more daily drivers. I like this one because it's sporty, but it can also be handled pretty well. And this one is my Audi R8, which is the sporty version. I really like this because it's super fast. It's like 0 to 16 like 1.5 seconds. And this is my fully modified 1931 Bentley luxury cab, or whatever they called it back then. It's super fast. It's actually super cool. I really like it. I think it drifts well. The handling is not the best, but it does drift well, which I like. So overall, I like this. I think it's a wagon, maybe. And then this is my newer Continental Super Sport. It's a 2017. It's a Bentley. It's basically this, but a lot newer. I really like this because it's very comfortable, it's luxurious, and the acceleration is very good. Now on to our Germans. We have BMW X5M. I really like this car. I just think that if it was a little bit newer than 2011, it'd be way better. I just don't really like the shape, but I like how it's very realistic to the real thing, so it's a very good daily driver. Then I have my maxed out M5 from 1988. This car, I don't know if I like it or if I hate it. It's definitely a good drift car. It doesn't have the best handling. It's a 7.1, but I think it's nice for. I just basically added a bunch of like upgrades to it, so it makes like 1,000 horsepower. I can check actually. Hang on, let me see. 813 horsepower. Okay, so I mean I think it's a good car. I don't really like it that much. But I think it's a pretty fun car to drive. And then this is my X6 competition, or M. Again, same with the X5. If this was a newer, it'd be way better. I just think that these cars are a little bit outdated. The only good, like, BMW that's basically almost current to date is the next one, which is the M5 from 2018. Honestly, I don't really have any problems with this car, but this is the older model. I do know that they refreshed them, I think past like 2020 or something. If I know like Forza Horizon 4 came out earlier, before all that, but like if they had updated it, it would have been a lot better. I still think this car is very nice. I like the interior probably more than the exterior, but that's pretty much it for this car. It's a very good daily driver. I do like it. And then I have my Bugattis. I have my Veyron Super Sport. I don't drive this car that much because I mainly drive the Chiron. We'll get to that in a second. But I think that this is I think it's like I don't know how to say it. It's like a not so budget version of the Chiron. It's basically the same performance, but just a little bit weaker by like 10 horsepower. But I think that the people who would buy this would generally like tend to drift with it, I guess. Because I think it could have some drifting capability. I have seen a lot of people with the Chiron and Veyron drifting, so I mean, unless you like your older Bugattis, then this isn't the car for you. And then here's my way older Bugatti, EB110 Super Sport. I actually like this car more than the Veyron. I don't know why. I just like my classic Bugattis a lot more, except for the Chiron, because that is my favorite car. I think it's very nice. It's really cute. Like the way it's honestly pretty good. Like you can drift with it. It's fun to see how far they've come. And next one is Chiron. This is my favorite car. I've maxed it out to everything. I love this car. I love it more than everything in this collection. I do like to play with its color a little bit. I usually have it in matte black like these, but then I also change it to like red and gray. I just have to experience the color, and I really like it, and I might do like a role play or like a daily drive with that one day, because I do have a steering wheel. I have a Logitech G923, and this one is like my technically newest car, um, after this one. This is like 2,554. That's kind of like in the future, but this one's like the newest car that I have. That's like in the modern era. It's a Corvette C8 Stingray. I like this car because it's actually a lot newer than the rest. So this is actually like the latest version of it. Because I do have some other Corvettes that are like 2018, which is completely different version. This is refreshed. I'm glad that I have at least one car that's current to date, because this to 2020 to 2023, I believe, are like they're the same car. Like there's basically nothing changed. I really like this car. This is because the interior is actually a lot more like, it's usable. It's newer, so the screen actually has like a digital display instead of just being all blacked out like the rest of the older cars. I really like this car, and it's super fast. It's a twin turbo. It actually sounds identical to the Bugatti Chiron, except the Corvette is just a bit louder. That's all. Then we have the Charger RT. This was my first ever car in this game over a year ago. It's kind of crazy. It was really slow, and then I got tired of it, so I started grinding, got all of these cars, and it took about a year to get all these like 50 or 100 cars I have in this collection. And then I finally, because I stopped driving this because I have better cars like the LaFerrari, but I just basically upgraded this because I didn't want it to be stock. So now it's like 700 horsepower. It's really good. It's really fun. It's a classic car. If you like those, that's amazing. Then we have our Italians. We have LaFerrari 2013. I really like this car. I just don't drive it that much because I don't know why, like, I like the newer, less hypercar versions of Ferrari. Like this, I think this is a hypercar from Ferrari, but I just think it's a little bit outdated. So I drive the newer 2015. It's not new, but it's newer than that. It's the 488 GTB. I think that even if it's a like less powerful version, if it's just newer, then I guess I just like it more, because I don't like driving outdated cars. It's just, I'd rather have the new one. Then we got the GT40 Mark 1. This is like a race car from Ford a long time ago in the 60s. This car was actually really fun at the beginning. I had some fun with it, but now I don't drive it that much because I have the Corvette Stingray, which is basically a replacement for this. It's the newer version of a race car. This used to drift and go really fast, but the Corvette just beat it. Same with the Mustang. This was also replaced by the Stingray. Actually, this replaced the GT40 Mark 1, and then the Stingray replaced the Ford. Because the Stingray is newer, I do like the newer cars, and I just like that car more than the Mustang GT. Then we have two Trail Cats. This one is a two-door. It's a off-road monster. It's extreme off-road. This one is the same thing, but it's four-door, and I think it's a little bit raised as well. So it's taller. It's way better for off-road. This is like ultimate extreme off-road. It's like crazy for off-road. I love this car. It sounds amazing. It makes 1,162 horsepower. And it's just amazing. I just like it. Just love it. And then here are my Conan Sags. Got the 1-1, the race car variant, I believe. This is my second favorite. I'll tell you my first favorite in a second. But this car is beyond fast. So I just got this one. I'll talk more about that in a second. But what I do is, so this one is my fastest accelerating one, and it goes the slowest. It goes 215 miles an hour. And I use this one for drag races because it's super fast. But the Agera RS, on the other hand, it's still very fast, but the acceleration is just slightly slower, although this is the fastest one. I think this is actually the fastest car I have in my collection of 270 miles an hour. Then my favorite car is the Regera. It's the hybrid. I really like it. It's just super, like, I don't know, I just really like it for like daily drivers because it's electric and gas, and if I keep it below like 50, it just makes electric noise, and I just really like it. I like to like drive electric cars as well as gas, but I just think electric is really fun as well. So I love this car. I just got this one. I bought it. It's actually super cheap compared to the rest. And So I really like this car. I do drive it, but I prefer the newer version. I only bought this because it's a collector's car, and I want to have every Koenigsegg. I'm still going for the rest of the slots, and I also want to have every Bugatti, which I'm also still going for. So yeah, all in all, amazing cars. So this is my drag race one. This is my top speed one, and then this is my just daily driver. So my top three fastest cars in my collection are the Agera RS 270, then the Bugatti Chiron, which is 260, then this one right here, Regera. No. Agera, yeah, I said Agera is 270, that's number one. Bugatti is 260, number two, and Regera is 250, number three. So it goes 50, 60, 70. Then we have my Lamborghini Urus. This is a concept. I don't like the shape of it, but I do like the car itself, which is why I bought it. I don't drive it that much. I'm probably gonna sell it, but if they brought like the actual version of it, which is like 2017 or above, then that would look very cool. Then I have my Lamborghini Aventador LP704. This was the first Lamborghini I got in the game because it was from the welcome pack. It's actually really fun. I modified it. I put body kits on it. I really like it. And then this one is my Huracan. This is my daily driver for Lamborghini because it's raised, it's very practical, it has a body kit, and it just looks amazing. It's also super fast. It's 1,191 horsepower. Then I have the Centenario, I believe. It looks like a crocodile. I don't drive it that much, but I do believe it looks very cool. I like the shapes of it more than actually drive. I like looking at it and like the exterior more than the interior and actually driving it. I don't know why. I just like looking at it more. It's like one of those cars where you just look at it compared to the Aventador where you actually drive it. I really like this car. This is my favorite Lamborghini out of my collection, but I prefer driving the Huracan more because it's a lot more practical and it has a less it's less likely to just spin out of nowhere because the Huracan does have slightly better handling. Then I have my Range Rover 2015. My classic, I have to get a British car. This is like England or United Kingdom or something, so I do have to get my British car. This is also my daily driver. I have like 5 or 10 daily drivers, but 5 of them are like my main ones. This is one of them, and I just really like it. And oh, my battery's running low. And I just really like it. I actually love this car because it looks basically like the newer version, but it's just slightly different. I'm trying to get the newer version, but I'm grinding for it. I don't have enough, but yeah. This is my McLaren 650S Spider. I really like this car at the beginning. I have a body kit on it and everything, but now since I don't know how to bring the roof up or down. Now I just don't really use it because I don't like it. P1 is amazing, but the comfort is horrible. Like, honestly, you feel every rattle in the road with this car. And I do like driving it, but if you take it anywhere besides the road, the whole entire thing starts shaking and it's just not going to go as fast. Senna, similar thing. It's more of a race car. You take it somewhere else, it's not going to be very good. However, this one is raised. My 720S, I do like this one. This is my favorite McLaren that I have because I can actually take it on dirt, and the suspension, since it's raised, it can actually absorb some of the bumps. Then I have my C63S Coupe, from Mercedes. I love this car. I just wish it was a little bit newer, but it has mainly the new lights and everything. There is a refreshed version of it, but until like 2018 or 2019, this is how it was, and I think it looks okay. Then I have my classic 350 SL Coupe. This car has the best suspension I've ever seen on a car from this time period. It's like beyond amazing. It absorbs everything. It's a great off-roader. It's very fast, 1,005 horsepower. Then I have one of my extreme off-roaders. This is the one that's up there with the Trail Cat. The Mercedes G-Class. Again, it's kind of outdated, but that's why I don't really drive it that much. If it was newer, I would probably drive it. My more uncommon Italian cars are Pagani. I barely drive any of these, but when I do, they're a blast. This is the regular Zonda. Then I have the track focus Zonda, and then I have the Huayra. I love the interior on the Huayra. That's probably only the reason I'm keeping it. Then I have my 918 Spider. This is a hybrid, and it's so fast. And I just love this car. I drive this. This Carrera GT is the same hybrid engine as that. This is also the same speed, super fast. I literally love driving this car. Whoops. So, These two are my favorites. Then I have a Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Don't really drive this car that much because these hypercars are here. So I'd rather drive hypercars than supercars. But yeah. And then here's my daily driver, or one of them, for Porsche. I just think it's very nice. I I don't think I don't know if you could tell, but I like SUVs as my daily driver. I just think that they're more comfortable, they look nicer, and they're just fun to drive. Then I have my trophy trucks. I never had to use this unless I'm in a race. It does work well. It's pretty fast. I have upgraded a bit. Then I have my Mark IV Supra, my JDM. I love my JDM. I've upgraded this to have over 1,200 horsepower. It's super fast, drifts like crazy. Then I have my Volvo um, truck, Iron Knight, from 2016. I have no problem with this car. This makes like 2,400 horsepower. It's insanely fast. I love it. It's great for off-road, great for racing, and it's just all around amazing car. Then this is probably one of my favorite cars. It's a basically put a twin turbo inside a 1945 World War II Jeep. This goes so fast, I can't even control it. Like, this handling should be like a 4.0 instead of a 7.0. Because as soon as you hit the gas, this thing is flying and drifting, and this is just super fun. It's 40 grand, and I probably put like one or $200,000 to upgrades of it. So it's really expensive. I really like it. And out of all these cars, my top 5 would definitely be probably, let's see, my Bugatti Chiron for sure, right here. Then for sure my Jeep Trailcat, which is in Jeeps. And then I have my Chevrolet Stingray, that's 3. Koenigsegg Regera, that's 4. And what else? We got Huracan, 5. Then I have my Land Rover, which is 6. BMW, which is 7. Willys, which is 8. And that's pretty much it. I have like 5 to 10 daily drivers, and I have multiple in, like, for example, Lamborghini. I have Huracan and Aventador, which I like driving, and Koenigsegg I like driving, Regera and Agera. And yeah, so that was basically it. Thank you guys so much for watching. That was my full favorites car tour. It's pretty big. I don't know how many cars I have, but yeah, so thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.